પૂજા હું આજે બિનમોસમ વરસાદ જેવો આવી પડ્યો, બરાબર ને? દર્શક મિત્રો, આપણે જો 17 વર્ષના એક યુવકની, એક કિશોરની દિનચર્યાની વાત કરીએ અને એવું પૂછવામાં આવે કે શું કરે છે, તો સ્વાભાવિક રીતે આપણા જવાબોમાં આવે વોટ્સએપ, ફેસબુક, મિત્રો, બાઇક અને અભ્યાસ. પરંતુ અહીંયા હું આજે એક એવા 17 વર્ષના કિશોરની વાત કરવા માટે આવ્યો છું જે અમેરિકામાં રહે છે અને તે ભારતમાં વસતા અપંગોને હાથ ગિફ્ટ કરે છે. જી હા, 3D પ્રિન્ટિંગ દ્વારા બનાવવામાં આવેલ પ્રોસ્થેટિક હેન્ડ ગિફ્ટ કરે છે. હું એવા એક કિશોર, એવા એક યુવક ઋષિ તલાટીની વાત કરવા આજે અહીંયા આવ્યો છું અને સદનસીબે ઋષિ અત્યારે આપણી સાથે વિડીયો કોલ પર પણ ઉપલબ્ધ છે. તો આવો ઋષિ સાથે વાત કરીએ તેના ઓર્ગેનાઇઝેશન ગિફ્ટિંગ હેન્ડ્સ વિશે. હેલો ઋષિ, હાઉ આર યુ?
Doing very well, doing very well.
ઋષિ, આમ તો મેં તમારો પરિચય થોડો ઘણો અમારા દર્શકોને આપ્યો, પરંતુ અમે જાણવા માંગીએ છીએ કે તમે અમેરિકામાં શું કરો છો. થોડું ઘણું તમારા વિશે જણાવો પ્લીઝ.
A little bit about myself. So I am 17 years old. I live in Capel, Texas, and I am the president of the 3D printing club at my school. Oh, I go to the Texas Academy of Math and Science. So it's a high school, early college program in Denton, Texas, and so I live on a college campus. I take college classes and I get college credit while in high school. At my school, I am the head of the 3D printing club. I serve on my school's student government association. I serve on my college's student government association. So I'm a senator for my school, and I'm involved with a lot of various different clubs and activities throughout the campus.
ઋષિ, તમે પ્રોસ્થેટિક હેન્ડ માટે 3D ટેકનોલોજીની વાત કરી, તો ભારતની જો વાત કરીએ તો અમારા દર્શકો માટે 3D પ્રિન્ટિંગ એ ખાસી નવી ટેકનોલોજી છે. તો પ્લીઝ તમે જણાવશો કે આ કયા પ્રકારની ટેકનોલોજી છે, એમાં કઈ રીતે કામ થતું હોય છે?
So, to be quite honest, I am not the first person to come up with the idea of using 3D printing for prosthetic hands. So 3D printing is essentially where, a little bit of background, so 3D printing is where you create a file on your computer of whatever you want to print, right? And this machine will take plastic, it'll melt the plastic, and layer by layer it'll essentially draw out this plastic on this little surface. And it'll do it layer by layer until the object is complete. And when the object is finished, the plastic cools, the object is in 3D printed form.
17 વર્ષની ઉંમર એટલે રમવાની ઉંમર. તમારી ઉંમરના બાળકો ભારતમાં તો રમતા હોય છે, મિત્રો સાથે મજા કરતા હોય છે, ફેસબુક ને વોટ્સએપ પર બિઝી હોય છે, પોતાના અભ્યાસમાં બિઝી હોય છે. ત્યારે તમને આવું કામ, આવી પ્રેરણા ક્યાંથી મળી કે તમે લોકોની મદદ કરો અને 3D પ્રિન્ટિંગ ટેકનોલોજીનો ઉપયોગ કરીને પ્રોસ્થેટિક હેન્ડ બનાવો?
There is a really big group in the United States called Enabling the Future. They came up with the idea to apply the concept of 3D printing to prosthetics. When I was in 11th grade, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. I'd always sort of been told, do engineering, because a lot of Indians like to do engineering. But I didn't really understand why. And I always really loved the idea of starting my own business, because I participated in a summer program at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology where we started a business. So I was really interested in that. So when I was in 11th grade, I partnered with my local print prosthetic hands. And so we tried to do it, but the problem was that the printer was really small and there weren't enough people. Luckily, there weren't enough people with an issue who was missing a hand, because America has a healthcare system that sort of works with you if you have that issue. So immediately I was like, why don't we help people in India? Because I'd been to India 3 years previous. I'd gone to India in 2010, 2011. So I'd gone about 5-6 years previous. And when I was there, I saw the poverty and I saw the issues that struck the people, that plagued the nation. And I was inspired to do something about it. So I immediately was like, we should make this a nonprofit. So I started the Gift a Hand Foundation, and we are 3D printing prosthetic hands for people in India.
That's really wonderful. ઋષિ, હવે તમે જે પ્રોજેક્ટ હાથમાં લીધો છે એની અંદર તમને ક્યાંક સફળતા મળી હશે, તો એવી એક સક્સેસ સ્ટોરી, એવી એક વાત જેમાં તમને બહુ સરસ સફળતા મળી અને એ કામ કર્યા પછી તમને ખૂબ આનંદ થયો હોય, તો એવી એક વાત અમારા દર્શકો સાથે શેર કરો પ્લીઝ ઋષિ.
Absolutely. So, first of all, I want to say something. I think that a lot of people are very, very humble, you know, in the sense that they'll be like, it's never me, you know, it's always their success. But in all honesty, like, I deserve none of the credit for this. After, I'm sure as you've talked to her, my mother and my grandparents and my family in general and my friends, they deserve all the credit, because they're on the ground doing the work and making sure that, you know, the people get the help they need. To that effect, though, something really cool that I learned about recently is that there's a little kid named Prince, which is an awesome name. That's such a cool name. Prince was born without a hand. And after giving him a hand, my mother told me that not only was he like super excited, super smiling, which is obviously incredible, but that now he can, they're even looking into getting him a bike. And so now he'll be able to ride a bike for the first time, you know? And slowly, if he can, you know, even little things, if he can pick up a cricket bat and start playing cricket, if he can, you know, if he can do activities that makes his life simpler, then that's all the thanks. That's all the reason I need. But that was a really cool success story that I heard about. And it's only thanks to people such as my mom, and it's people such as there's this guy named Chris Kraft, and he's in the United States, and selflessly, without even telling us, he donated hundreds and hundreds of hands after just one meeting, because he was inspired by our vision. And so it's people like him and people like Prince that are the reason that I do this.
ઋષિ, તમે એક વિદ્યાર્થી છો અને સ્વાભાવિક રીતે તમારે તમારા અભ્યાસના ખર્ચા તો કાઢવાના જ હોય, તો તમારી પાસે એટલું બધું ફંડ ના હોય કે તમે આ રીતે લોકો માટે હાથ બનાવી શકો, અને આમાં ઘણું બધા પૈસા, ઘણા બધા ફાઇનાન્શિયલ રિક્વાયરમેન્ટ તમારી હશે આની અંદર, તો તમારી જે આ પ્રોજેક્ટ માટેની જે આર્થિક જરૂરિયાતો છે એ કેવી રીતે પૂરી થતી હોય છે?
That's a great question. So I've been really, really lucky. $20 a hand is still expensive. So by no means am I saying that just because a hand is $20 means that's incredibly cheap. No, it's still very expensive. If you look at how much the average, the median household income of a person in India is, relative to that, it is very, very expensive. So keeping that in mind, I am very, very blessed that I have an array of supporters and financial backers, and just friends and family, and even just people I meet are really, after telling them about the cause, they're really, really inspired, because to them, if you know, $20 or $50, if they can, with a lot of charities, you donate money and you never see where your money goes, right? They sort of said, you know, donate and to fund the cure for cancer. Amazing cause, fantastic cause, but you don't never see where that money goes. with our nonprofit, the reason I was so inspired by this was because if you donate, you can directly see a tangible benefit. For example, if you donate $50, you could see whose life you impacted, and that to me made so much sense. And it was just like, it just made me, it affirmed like that's how charity should be, that's how nonprofit should be, and that's just how human interaction should be. We should see a tangible benefit, not just donate to some cause where you never, see your money, where your money goes.
ऋषि, આ પ્રોજેક્ટને લગતો છેલ્લો પ્રશ્ન, આ પ્રોજેક્ટ બાબતે તમારે અમારા દર્શકોને કંઈક કહેવું છે, પ્લીઝ.
કેમ છો? મજામાં છો? તું સરસ કરું છું? ના, હું બહુ બ્લેસ્ડ છું અને હું બહુ happy છું. તો બહુ મજામાં છું આજે. When I started this nonprofit, when I started the Gift to Hand Foundation, I did it because I wanted to make a difference in the community around me. I think that all over the world, children sometimes feel that there's a conventional way of doing things, where that sometimes I think kids feel that you don't start making a difference until you're way older. And to those kids, I just want to say that no matter who you are, what you want to do, that it's never too early to start making a difference in your community. I think that if you're watching this and you're someone who thinks that having a prosthetic hand will stigmatize me in my community, if you're someone that believes that having a prosthetic hand will make me different, I promise you it'll only make you look cooler, and it really, really improves. It could truly be a transformative experience if you give it a try. Now, that's all I ask to the people watching, is that if you happen to know someone or know of anyone who may need a prosthetic hand, or actually, and an even better way to do it would be to shoot me an email at Talati, that's TALATI .rishi, that's RISHI, at gmail.com, at GMAIL.com. And if you ever want to just talk, if you ever want to ask me questions, or if you're curious about, wanting to learn more about 3D printing, anything at all, please reach out. I promise you I don't bite. I love meeting new people and talking to new people. And if you happen to know anyone who needs a prosthetic hand, who's wanted one but doesn't know where to look, please reach out. I'd love to talk to them. And one thing I'd also love to stress is that these prosthetic hands are absolutely free on you. So don't ever think that there's a barrier to getting one. We're only here to help you.